Let's talk about signing treatment plans in Open Dental. There's three things we have to do as far as setup before we can make this work smoothly. The first thing is to go up here under Setup and then down to Modular Preferences, right down here. And then click on the Treatment Plan tab, right there. And then I'm going to come over here and click on Save Signed Treatment Plans to PDF. Okay, that's what we want to do. So we're going to put a little check mark right there and say OK. That was Modular Preferences. Now we're going to go to Setup again, and this time to Definitions. And this time we're going to go down here to Image Categories. Now, you may already have a treatment plan category set up in there. If you don't, you can add it. But what you want to do is double click on this and then go and click this little box right here. This is so it's going to automatically show up in your treatment plan images. So we'll click on that little guy right there and say OK. And then the last thing, so now you see it shows up over here. Now the last thing we need to do is make sure we have the treatment plan sheet in there. So we're going to go back to Setup again and go down to Sheets. And over on the left side are the Open Dental sheets, but they're not installed in our system. And so we want to look down here for this treatment plan and move it over to the right-hand side so it'll show up in our system. Now, one thing I don't like about the Open Dental treatment plan is it's got these benefit grids in here. So my preference is to remove those. So you just double-click on that and then delete. And it's gone. Do the same thing for this one. You don't have to do this, but this is my preference. So I saved both those treatment plans. This is the one that Donald wants. So I've got that highlighted, and I'm going to go up here to Sign Treatment Plan right there and click on that. And it's going to open this. It takes it a minute. And there we go. There's my treatment plan. You can change this note down here, by the way, if you want to. And so now Donald can sign this. How is he going to sign it? I'll show you in just a minute. And say OK. And there we go. So now we've got an X here showing that this is signed. And the other thing, because we set this up so that the treatment plan automatically shows in here in images. And so I have a record of it without having to do anything. This comes about because of that setup that I did, the three things that I changed. So there's the PDF of my signed treatment plan stored for me in images. So how can the patient sign the treatment plans? They can sign it with a Windows tablet computer. Which is also kind of handy to do other things like enter treatment and so forth, but it has to be full-blown Windows, usually Windows 10 Pro on the tablet. They can also sign it with a signature pad, which plugs into your computer with a USB device, costs about $100. The third way is using the eClipboard, which is part of eServices. Now, neither of the first two required you to have eServices. That's part of standard Open Dental. The third one here with the eClipboard on either an iPad or an iPhone or an Android device does require eServices. So here's eServices with eClipboard installed on an iPad, and you load the treatment plan the same way, then the patient can sign it either with their finger or with a stylus, and it's saved the same way it was with the previous two methods. So having the patient sign their preferred treatment plan in Open Dental is kind of a neat little feature that I think is very helpful. It just takes a little bit of setup, but it's pretty straightforward. Just walk through the same way I did in the video. Hopefully that was helpful. If you'd like more help on how to get more out of Open Dental for your practice, give us a call or go to our website. That's what we do, and we'd be glad to talk to you. If you'd just like to watch the free videos, then by all means click on the subscribe and notify buttons at the bottom of this video.